Hi everybody! It's been another 4.5 years, though I think it's a good time for another vlog. I've gotten a lot of questions about my live setup on my recent videos, so I'll try to explain a bit on how all of this works. Also, I'll take this on tour next year, so stay tuned to check this out live. And if you want me to take this to your city, let me know. So let's get started here with the brain of the operation. So this is where everything comes together. It's an analog mixing console by Soundcraft called GB2R. I think it was mainly used for monitoring, but for me it was perfect. I found it used and it has a lot of channels and also a lot of effect sends. Also it has direct outputs for every channel, so I can send everything separately to my sound engineer, but also premix it first. So basically everything comes in here. The piano, the Super 6, the Sub37, the Perfourmer, and also the Vermona DRM1 drum synthesizer, which is responsible for most of the drum sounds. It has a beautiful kick, some sounds I use more like an effect, nice snare, the hi-hat which I can tweak on the fly. We have those three effect pedals. The first one is a Walrus Meraki stereo analog delay, which sounds beautiful. I'll put it on the Super 6. And here we have the Mercury X Reverb by Meris. And here we have the Hologram Microcosm. I can also take the Sub37. And of course, I can also take the piano and put it through the delay and the microcosm. And what else do we have here? We have a little tuner, which is useful for the synths, especially the Perfourmer and the Sub37, which sometimes get a little bit detuned, so they always run through this tuner, even if they're muted, so I can quickly check the tuning and adjust it. And up here we have those two boxes. Those are pill pedals. They're just an amazing pedal. It's basically sidechain compression in a pedal. It's completely analog, and Yeah, it basically works like this. If I have a bass sound and I have the kick, there is not too much space for the kick drum, so I can, with these pedals, I can duck the bass when the kick hits. I use for this the second drum sound in the DRM, and it sounds like this. So every time this drum here hits, the bass gets ducked, and together with the kick it sounds like this. Which is amazing. I have it for the Moog and also for the Perfourmer. What else is here? There's this little Kenton box. It basically splits the MIDI from my laptop to the different devices. So it goes to all the synths and also goes to those effects, which receive MIDI clock, which means they're always perfectly in sync with the tempo of the song. MIDI is coming from this little MacBook Air, which is sitting down here, and it is running Ableton, which is sending MIDI to all the synths here, and I can control it with this launchpad over there, and it's also sending program changes to this Sub37 and the Super 6, so I don't have to change the presets manually. It also sends a click to my headphones, and yeah, some samples like pads or strings or little stuff which I cannot do on the synths or on the drum machine. So speaking of MIDI, I think it's a good idea to move to the first synth, which is the Vermona Performer Mark II. It's an analog synthesizer, and basically it's like 4 synthesizers in one case. So in my current setup, the Performer mostly plays arpeggi, which Solis is a good example. So it's getting what note to play from Ableton, and the rest can be shaped here. I can open the filter. Or bring in a second oscillator. Or a third one. Which is like kind of a noise percussion. So you can quickly go to a very big sound. And also break it down very quick again. So moving over next to it, we have the Moog Sub37, which is another beautiful, very characteristic synth. I use it mostly for basses, and yeah, it just sounds just amazing. And I also have this expression pedal, which I can control the filter. So if I don't have any hand-free, I can use this one. And just below that sits the UDO Super 6, which is a polyphonic synthesizer, and I actually got it because it's I originally intended to use my Jupiter 6, but it's a bit tricky to take this on the road, so I found this one, and I can get really close sound-wise, and also the layout is pretty similar to my Jupiter. For example, I can assign the filter to this joystick, which I use on a drift, for example. But it's all in all, it's a really inspiring machine, apart from being a bit similar to the Jupiter 6. For example, this sound from Beacon was made on this synth. So I got a lot of questions about the sound in Beacon. Let me quickly start the sequence here. So basically, the MIDI is just sending the chords, and the filter is being modulated by this LFO. You can see it blinking in the rate. And this LFO speed is modulated by the second LFO. So I can also manually adjust this rate. Or I can adjust the rate of LFO too. So So last but definitely not least, we have this beautiful piano, which is called Keybird X1. It's by a Danish company, and it's amazing. It's transportable, it's small, it's easy to tune. You can check it out on their website. I just love it, and it's so amazing to take my own acoustic instrument on stage, on tour, which was really difficult before. You can easily transport this when you're two people in a mid-sized van. It's quick to set up. It's also good to mic. I currently have it mic'd with two KM184 Neumann microphones. But on a recent show, I've also tried clip mix by DPA, which were fantastic. We also used a pickup by Yamaha to reinforce the sound a bit. Yeah, but it's a fantastic instrument. I'm so happy that it exists, and yeah, I hope you got some insight on how my setup works. Let me know if you have questions, and yeah, see you in 4.5 years. Next episode of my vlog.